Hey everybody, Scott Walters, buckle up, strap in. We got a hard hitting, pulled no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows, no sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today. More headwinds that nobody's talking about. There's so much to cover now. Keeping your head wrapped around everything is a little tricky out there, right? We got so much information to digest. I like to simplify things. I like to entertain, educate, and inform. I mean, what else do we want? We want to watch the latest Case-Shiller report and CPR. Like watching paint dry. Somebody just cut through the chatter. Give me a little real talk. So that's what Scott Walters is here for you. If you're new, please subscribe. We'd love to have you. Going to do our best to cut through some of the chatter. Listen, friends, it does not take a rocket scientist to figure this stuff out. When you overheat the biggest asset class in the world, market manipulation, a casino climate, a slot machine that just wanted to keep paying out, of course, there's going to be a lot of risk behind that. That's why for me as a real estate guy, I love real estate, own real estate, take a hit in the next downturn, protecting you the best of my ability. Monitor the real estate market. I mean, that's what we need to do. Now, real estate's local. All areas behave differently, but make no mistake about it, friends. Some areas might be slightly recession insulated, but nobody's recession proof. And I believe in this one, booms and busts. We've always had them. When we just went through the biggest artificial boom with no organic growth to never seen before highs with overnight appreciation. Like, we broke all the wrong records, although people seem to think this was a good thing. Honey, have you seen the value of our house? Oh my God, it's doubled. We're rich. It doesn't work like that. You got to roll up your sleeves and work for these things. It created the wealth effect, and then all of a sudden people went out and spent a lot differently had they not seen that unrealized wealth on paper. That's all it was. And now it's evaporating before their very eyes. How do we know that? Yes, well, of course I'm going to tell you. Take a look around. Have you seen the health and the fitness of commercial real estate? Have you seen the health and the fitness of corporate America? Have you seen the stores that are closing their... It's not the mom and pop. Oh, the mom and pop. No, it's the big corporate stores. Today, I was just in my town, City of Wealth, the $1 Million District, an episode of $1 Million Listing, the Wild West, a dogfight working in real estate. Insane. Love this stuff so much. Yeah, Bed Bath & Beyond, gone, sucking air, big behemoth, empty in a nice little strip center. And they weren't alone. There was tons of others for lease signs. Most people was driving around unaware. You see all those for lease signs? That's not good. And I'll tell you why. Because they're attached to buildings and loans and commercial mortgage-backed securities. These things, it's imploding. Throw a dart at an economic challenge map. You're going to hit something threatening this economy. Realities are, I mean, I do my best, like I said, to entertain, educate, and inform here, and to drive these points home, utilize some illustrations as we do it. But the realities are this. I mean, it really becomes so basic in nature. I've lived through a boom and a bust cycle before in 2008, drank a little of the Kool-Aid. That's why I'm here today with you, even as a real estate guy that should be cheerleading these markets, telling you to date the rate, marry the house, and oh, this time is different. Maybe I can negotiate a rate buy down for you to lock in a teaser rate for a year or so. Insanity. Who in their right mind, I'll tell you, people that just go through sales trainings and they've never lived through a boom or a bust cycle, or they have to do that out of self-preservation. Lying by self-preservation, just in denial, convinced yourself that it's in fact true. Monkey see, monkey do. Attend those sales meetings. That's what they tell you. Whew. Insane, this stuff that we cover. But today, I was out doing my thing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, here we go again. Bed Bath & Beyond done, sucking air. And it's bad. Like, if I'm driving clients around to a neighborhood, they're like, oh, honey, look, Bed Bath & Beyond, we can go shop for that. No, I'm sorry, that place closed. Don't know if anybody's going to move back. It's a lot of empty square feet, sucking air. I've already shown you malls all over. Even in this town, shutting down too. They can't get an anchor store to move. They can't even get the little stores in between the anchor stores to move in. If they do, they got to give them some performance-based rent to some weird like shop that doesn't belong in a mall. Like, it's all going sideways, yet nobody is really awake to this stuff. Is it just us here? Well, today, to drive our point home, let's jump outside, take a look at the health and the fitness of the U.S. real estate market, starting with commercial. Eventually, it'll find its way into residential. Of course, that's how it works. Then we'll meet back here to wrap this one up. Let's get started. All right, friends, buckle up and strap in, roll up your windows, lock your doors, maybe even put on an economic face mask. If you've got one, we got a big issue here. Corporate America is, in fact, collapsing on itself. It couldn't survive. The boom era ushered in a bunch of money sloshing around in the economy, and now it's all but gone. If Bed Bath & Beyond can't make it, you've got a massive, massive problem. Unfortunately, they're not alone. We're just getting started. This is, in fact, a warm-up as we continue to see malls and stores all across America doing the exact same thing. After the biggest money dump in history was initiated, it couldn't survive. Here you go. This thing's going to sit empty for potentially years, and whoever the owner is probably needs to get whatever Bed Bath & Beyond was paying for rent and is probably not going to get it, which means eventually default, attached to banks. This is a horrible, horrible look for the economy, but this is in fact what's going on. It's starting in commercial real estate, and eventually this is going to be the health and the fitness of the U.S. consumer who owns what? You guessed it, homes. Eventually, people will hit that breaking point and homes will come to the market. It could all be starting with commercial real estate. Take a look around. Do you have empty commercial real estate in your city? My guess is you do. I'm seeing it left and right. In beautiful cities like this, a really bad warning sign. Here you go, a med center. A med center couldn't make it. Let's get back to the studio so we can wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back. There you go. Can I interest you in leasing a bunch of square footage of commercial for a big price tag in a down to No, you can't. So here's the challenge I'm having. Even the med center couldn't make it. Like, they're recession proof, I thought. No, they're gone. And there's for lease signs all over. Across the street, there's a church this Saturday. You can go for food donations if you're food insecure. Insane. Yet, somehow, leadership, mainstream media, the real estate industry itself tell you no crash risk here. Are you kidding me? The cat's clearly out of the bag. In 2008, let me just tell you, that Bed Bath & Beyond, it was there. It was there. It survived the last boom bust cycle. It couldn't even survive the boom. We're not even in official bust. Can you imagine what it potentially could look like? I mean, we've seen some of these big metros, the Hollywoods, the San Francisco, the Portlands, the Seattles. Complete war zone. Like, empty commercials, the least of their problems. Political, economical, and social unrest is now worked its way into the fabric of our great country known as the United States. Yet somehow somebody dropped the ball and they overheated the biggest asset class in the world, the U.S. housing market. You could have got away with a little stimulus, potentially. Maybe a couple checks here and there. But when you made us agents essential workers and dropped rates and stifled inventory, you should have raised rates first month they happened. Oh my God, wait, hold on. We're overheating the housing market. Can't do that. Nope, they let it go by design, apparently. It's either on accident or on purpose. I don't think anybody, like, if I can figure this stuff out, wouldn't our Federal Reserve be able to figure this out? Somebody? No. They were too busy, locked away in their basements, doing whatever they were doing, in cahoots with whoever they were cahoots with. Like, I don't know. All I know now is you and me and us together going to navigate through this thing. The first step of getting past a problem, admit there's a problem, and then practice acceptance. That's where we're at today. If you're here with me today at this channel, congratulations. You admit there's a problem and you accept this situation. Now you can get out of the problem and in the solution. And final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, as a real estate guy. Wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life. Understand the waters you're swimming in now. Shark infested. Corporate America, welcome to the swimming pool. It's not looking good. I'm going to guide everybody I can through this to insulate ourselves, to hope for the best, but prepare for the worst, to understand What goes up must come down. Booms and busts. We've always had them. Now it's navigating through it properly, making sure we can weather a storm, and then allocating a certain amount of funds to deploy back into these markets. In the meantime, I'm going to be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to follow me there, along with the links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you need help buying or selling real estate here in America, I have the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. It'd be our honor and our privilege to do so. Email in the description for you as well. Also, if you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, you're gonna love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.